Warning. This 5 Awesome Cubers video is very, very, very not cubing related. If you do not want to sit through about 10 minutes or more of lame Halloween costume discussions and random babblings of a noob, then I suggest you leave this video right now. Please heed this warning, and because I don't really like reading the comments that say, well, this was not cube related. Because I'm telling you right now to leave if you do not care about cube related. The only cube related part really is where I talk about my real nerd bling. This is like hella legit nerd bling. Okay, so now that you know that, if you haven't already left, I applaud you for thinking you're able to sit through a long video of babbling. So, here goes. Hello everybody, today is Wednesday, October 28th, 2009, and this is a clown wig. If my math does not fail me, that means it's 3 days until Halloween, and 2 days until my school celebrates Halloween, because obviously we don't have school on a Saturday, so we are going to be parading around school for absolutely no reason in our costumes on Friday, the 30th. Parading around meaning, just walking around, not in some organized fashion, of course. So, as you can see, this is a clown wig. It's a massive clown wig. I enjoy this clown wig. It makes me feel special. Special with an SH, for those of you who don't know how to spell correctly. My mommy thinks I'm special. Anyway, yes. Hairs in my mouth. This is a crazy wig. It's fun to wear these kind of wigs. It's fun to be myself and creative and exciting, stuff like that. So, my costume this year is going to be a white/nerdy T-Pain. Now, you may think it's hard to pull this off, and I agree. I think it's actually almost impossible to pull off the white T-Pain look, for multiple reasons, but the only one I'm going to say is I'm not black. And it's hard to be T-Pain when you're not black. So, because I'm not the kind of person who wants to go crazy with face paint and / makeup / whatever you use to change your face color, you could do the reverse Michael Jackson approach, I assume, but that would be permanent. But I don't really feel like doing that. So, I'm going to attempt to pull off a white T-Pain. Now, I'm going to be showing you a little bit of my costume, at least the headwear, the hat, the dreads, and the bling, etc., and I want you guys to tell me what you think. I'm also going to ask you a question about your costumes at the end, so don't let me forget. So I'm going to cut away to my temporary T-Pain costume, which will also be edited and stuff like this. Also, do not be surprised if these wigs, hats, glasses, etc. appear in the next few videos, and probably a lot of videos, because it makes things different and exciting. I already showed you my first failed T-Pain hat, and that's this one, because it's way too tall, and it's not really wide enough. It looks more like a Pilgrim / Abraham Lincoln hat. It's not really what I was looking for. So, that is fail number 1. I think this hat is actually a little better. It's actually shorter. It's much nicer. I will compare the sizes of the two. Very different. Very, very different. And the whole band thing isn't there anymore. So I actually think this is closer, if not actually what he wears. The thing is, I'm trying to mimic the T-Pain in the I'm on a Boat music video, which means that I'll need to go a little wider at the top, but hey. When you're going to Halloween stores buying things for like $20 or less for each item, you can't really be that picky. So, this is actually a nice hat. It's enforced up here, rather than this one, which was crappy cardboard or something. This is at least thicker cardboard, so it doesn't mess up as easily. So, now we move on to the bling. One thing before I go on, I would like to mention two things. Well, two things before I go on. I would like to mention that my camera turns everything this weird yellowish color because it tries to balance stuff out, unless I leave the hat on. So, I'm leaving the hat on. Second thing is, this is not the shirt I'm going to be wearing, so don't expect it to match perfectly. I'm going to be wearing a black suit with a black bow tie, because he also wears that in the I'm on a Boat music video. Black slacks, nice black pants, and a white button-down shirt that is not tucked in at all. So that's going to be the general gist of the rest of it. Now for my bling, I went out to the Halloween store and I bought a nice thick chain. I say thick, but this is kind of wimpy if you consider what some gangsters wear. So this would be, I guess, like a poser chain. But what I've done is to make this more workable in the white T-Pain costume is I've added on a golden Rubik's Cube at the end. So this is going to be like my nerd cube bling, and this is like literal cube bling. Now, this is going to be very exciting to wear. I'm actually considering wearing it more often than just Halloween, just so I can walk around being a poser. Now, this is not turnable, really, because the way this is fastened is there's a little gold string that I had at my house laying around, tied it around the cube, which is why there's this little dent if you look at it really closely. Can't see it on the front, but you can see it on the sides, and then very prominent on the back. So, really all you can turn is this. So, this is my nerd bling. Literal nerd bling, not like my retarded poser nerd bling. Now my first nerd bling, which was already poserish, is now even more poser because of this nerd bling. I feel special. I was actually considering putting the mosaic stickers on from CubeSmith. They are very new, however, mine have not even been shipped yet. I ordered them like 5 or 6 days ago, but I should be patient, and I don't really need it anyway. So this is my nerd / T-Pain bling. That is the second accessory along with this hat. Next, I'm going to show you the wig. However, you will find out that there's a problem with that. This is the funny part, actually, of this, because this is the fail wig that I got. This is the only wig that I have for this part, so this is the best I'm going to be doing. So, the problem with this wig is that it is much too long. This goes down almost to my belt line, or my waistline, as some people would call it. So, it's much too long. So, I will show you my temporary fix to the problem in the next cut. But this is my dread hair that I got. I could have got it with the little Jamaican hat attached to it, but it wouldn't have really worked too well because it's still too long, and then I would have just had to either take the hair off the hat or ram the hat into the top hat, which would have just been weird, and it would have also stopped my temporary fix from working. So, what I find funny about this is that I can wear this on its own now, and I can be a very lame impersonation of Ozzy Osbourne. If I were to just take these dreadlocks and turn them into regular hair, I could be Ozzy Osbourne. You know how he has the very thin part right here? Hairs in my face. Not used to having long hair. You know, he has a very thin split like this, and it goes straight down. This is also kind of like the people from Dragon Force with the long hair. Rather exciting. And it reminds me of what my friend used to say. I think he was quoting a song, and he said that if Jesus Christ had dreadlocks, then let us shake our own. I have no idea if that's something real or if he just made that up. So if you recognize it, feel free to post in the comment or something. Or you can send me a message on my main channel, MonkeyDude1313, linking me to what that actually is. But this is my T-Pain fail dreadlock wig. What I found out from the picture is that T-Pain actually wears his hair under his top hat back like this, so you can't see it coming down, and then he throws a few strands from the back to the front, kind of like that. It looks really bad with no hat on, but that is my fail T-Pain wig. So I do realize that I look very odd at the moment, but this is the configuration that I came up with the T-Pain-like top hat and the T-Pain-like dreadlocks. You have to put it all coming straight out of the back of the hat, and if you didn't notice, the hair is a lot shorter now because I've crammed it all up into the hat, so this is actually full of excess hair. And then you take a few of these and you throw them around the front. Once again, I am not used to having long hair, so I'm not really used to working with it. Of course, it will be a lot better when I actually go, and this hair will not be showing. There, I will find a way to get rid of that, probably by going something like that. That's close enough for right now, considering it's not actually Halloween. So this is the cumulative result, as of yet, of the T-Pain costume, along with the bling. And then I have a few choices of glasses. I'm trying not to have this go on too long, but it is, so I might as well extend it for those of you who care. First glasses I have are these. I would have chosen white-rimmed glasses because that's what T-Pain wears, however, I'm white, and so I chose the opposite color. I chose black because it contrasts with my face, rather than the white, which contrasts with his face. Please, please, please note that every time I say black in this video, I am not trying to be racist, I'm just saying that's the color of his skin. I'd also like to mention that this does not look very much like T-Pain. As soon as I get the bling on and the bow tie, tux, white shirt, stuff like that, it'll get a little closer, but I still kind of look like an extreme poser right now. But that's part of the fun. So yes, this is the cumulative result. Aside from those hats, I have a similar style. They're just shinier. These glasses. And then I have... Where's the last pair? I had them a second ago. Ooh, aha. Which are these pair. Yoink. These are actually kind of closer to what T-Pain wears. So I'd wear it down something like this. These need to spread themselves out. This is kind of how T-Pain looks in the video. And I think this is actually the closest I'm going to get, unless one of you guys has a quick idea that I could use. So, I would leave this on, but I don't feel like it, so I'm going to switch back to something more comfortable. So, I'm back. Normal hair. Normal-ish, compared to what I was just wearing. My failed T-Pain costume. I will show you the full T-Pain costume after my suit is back from the tailor, considering I bought a full new suit for three reasons. One, because I needed it badly, because my old suit is way too small, and two, because it was good for this costume, of course, the T-Pain costume. So, I will show you the whole thing probably this weekend, maybe? Or I'll show you as soon as I can on my main channel, if you feel like watching it there. My fail white T-Pain costume. So yeah, I'm very sorry that this was not Cube related at all. If you're mad at me, cry me a river. That's really all I can say to kind of, that's the most condolences I can give to you guys. The only Cube related part was, of course, the nerd bling, which is actually quite fun to build and wear. This is the copper plate Rubik's Cube from Cube, by the way. So, I apologize for this not being very Cube-related. I also apologize for this being way too rambly and random and crazy for absolutely no reason. And I would like to ask you guys a few questions. Two of them are very self-serving. The first self-serving question is, how would I improve my white T-Pain costume? Of course, you haven't seen the whole thing yet, so just I'm talking about the hat, mainly. The hat and the hair. How do you think it would look better? How am I going terribly wrong? What's terrible about it, etc. And please don't just say, you're going terribly wrong because you're attempting to be a white T-Pain, because I realize that, and my life failed because of that. But just try to be a little supportive of my ridiculous attempt and tell me what's wrong with the little pieces. Please don't try to nitpick. Don't watch the I'm on About Music video and say, well, T-Pain's jacket was this long and yours is only this long. I don't want that. I just want general ideas. And the question for you guys is, what are you guys being for Halloween? Are you being anything? If you are being something, tell me what it is. If you're not being something, tell me that you're not being anything, and tell me why you're missing out on all the fun. So yeah. I love this wig. I'm actually very, very, very strongly considering wearing it to school tomorrow. Just because I can. What's cool about this wig is... I'm sorry, I'm going on another tangent, because that's what I do. If it'll actually cooperate with me, I can condense that whole wig down into this little ball, stuff that into my backpack, and then when I want to be crazy, I can go like, yeah. Voila. Except it's kind of sideways, and now the tag's on the front of my head. Yink. So there's my clown wig. Sweet, man. So yeah, those are your questions. I apologize for this being not very cube related at all. I'm glad you heeded that notice at the very beginning of the movie. This video saying that it was not going to be cube related. So yes, thank you for watching. If you have any tips, or if you have any ideas on how I could make my white T-Pain costume better, tell me. If you are going to be anything, tell me. And maybe show it in a video response if you want to, if you already have the costume, or how you're going to get it, or whatever. And if you're not going to be anything, tell me why, and why you're missing out on all the free candy, because free candy is amazing. Well, judging by my fatness, you can tell that I love candy. But you know what I mean, okay? Okay, thank you. I'm acting really weird this video, probably because it's like midnight or something. I don't know. So yeah, I will see you guys next week.